Welcome back to Fishing with Nordbye, guys. Out here, the cabin in the woods today. You guys have seen it. We've ice fished a ton here. Out here with my boy Nathan. How you doing?
How's it going, man?
Doing good. We're gonna be fishing simple for bluegill. Gonna show you guys kind of what I wish I knew back when I used to fish for bluegill. What do you wish you knew back when you were a kid?
I wish I knew more about like the depths of bluegill. I guess I used to always like have the same length. I guess like I would never experiment up and down or
yeah.
So that's just me as a kid though. So
sure, yeah. So that's a good point. In these muddy ponds, you want to fish fairly shallow for the bluegill. They don't hang out too deep. You know, we're out here. We got this little cabin dock going out into the water, and since it's so muddy, we're only going to be fishing about a foot deep. But if you're fishing a really clear pond, if you don't see the fish along the edge, a lot of times you want to fish between 5 and 10 foot deep. And then in the winter time, you want to fish as deep as you can for those bluegill. But today, we're doing something pretty cool. I'm showing you guys a few tips, a few tricks to help you catch more bluegill, whether you're fishing for catfish and using these bluegill as bait, or whether you're fishing for big bluegill, take home, flay up, eat for dinner. It's all good either way. Or whether you're taking a kid fishing for fun, these are all methods to help you catch more fish the next time you go fishing for bluegill. One tip I have that has helped me catch a lot more bluegill when I'm out fishing for bluegill. You know, I'm sure a lot of you guys have gone out with a bobber and hook and a worm, and you've tried to catch bluegill before, and it seems like they just keep taking your bait. They just keep pulling your bobber under, and you can't hook them. You hook 1 out of every 10. Well, my first tip is to downsize. So that's what we're going to be doing today. We're actually breaking out the little ice fishing rods and we're downsizing. So tiny little panfish jig, and I got a double rig on. That's my second tip. Use 2 different jigs when you're trying to catch a lot of bluegill. And we're gonna put just a tiny piece of worm on each of these, because that is all it takes to catch these bluegill. You don't need a big piece of worm. They'll just bite the worm. They won't get the hook. Bluegill have tiny mouths. So we're gonna get started here. I'm gonna put a piece of worm on both of these little panfish jigs. I don't know if you can see those very good. And yeah, white and purple. White and chartreuse is a good color. Purple, pink, and black and chartreuse is a good color as well. So we're gonna start out. I'm gonna rig these up with some worms and drop down right next to the dock here and see if we can get on a bunch of bluegill today. This is about as simple as it gets. A good way to get started, take a kid fishing. So let's get started. Okay, breaking out the old night crawlers here. These worms are huge. We don't need anything this big, really. Just a tiny little pinch of a worm is all we need right there. That's enough for 2 jigs actually. So I'm gonna break that one in half, and this one's trying to escape. There we go.
Are you ready?
Alright, broke that worm in half. Gonna hook him up on both of the jigs here, and then we're gonna get started. Just a little piece of worm. That is all you need. You ready, Nathan?
I am so ready for this.
All right, here we go. Let's load up on them.
Oh, fish on. Number 1, baby.
Oh, there you go.
Number 1.
Good job. Little gilly. I don't know why I haven't caught one yet.
I'm counting it. That's
there
2.
we go. Oh, mine got off. Got another one?
I got another one. This is a perfect size catfish bait. We needed him last time.
That is perfect. Hooked up. First one of the day. Oh, it's a giant. It's a giant. Oh, wow.
Oh my
Look at that.
Oh my gosh.
Look at that.
Wow.
First one of the day.
That's a hybrid.
Yeah, it is.
That's so cool.
Big old hybrid slab. Smoked the little ice jig. Piece of worm on it. Yep.
That's so cool.
That's a giant right there. Sweet. That's what it's about.
Number 7 right
Giant. There we go.
Dude, that's awesome. See ya.
See ya.
So let's see if we can catch some more over here. They're probably stacked a little bit more. I'm gonna go out a little more.
Alright. Oh, hooked up. There we go.
Andrew's number 8.
Another one. Dropping them down. That one's tiny.
It's tiny. Perfect.
Super tiny. I missed one. I missed one.
See number 9.
Oh. They're loving these colors, man. Oh, wow. We don't even need worms, guys. I lost my worm after that big one, and catching the little ones without a worm, so that means the big ones will hit it too. Man, we're loading up. This is great. Just casting out right along this little walkway. This walkway is sweet. And letting them slowly crawl right above the bottom. Nathan got another one.
Number 11.
We're both doing the same thing here and just loading up on them. Another one.
Oh, number 12 right there.
Yeah.
This is awesome, dude.
Nathan's keeping track over here. He said this is number 12 for both of us.
Yep.
That's crazy. We've only been out here for like 5 minutes. Already caught 12 bluegill. You know, this is quicker than cast netting for bluegill if you're trying to get bait. Yeah, that's a good one.
Number 13?
That's a pretty one.
13.
Nice. So I started out using a white and purple jig, and Nathan had a black one on with a silver trailer here, a little Tight Lines UV ice plastic. And I switched to a black one with a silver trailer, and man, I started nailing them just as much as Nathan. This is awesome. Hooked up. There we go. Yeah, loading up. Another one, perfect bait size. I don't know where the big ones are. We took too many big ones out here ice fishing probably.
Oh, you took my plastic off.
Missed one?
Yeah.
Alright, we got us a couple stumps right out here. I'm gonna fling this in right next to these stumps. Gillies like stumps. They like any sort of structure and cover you can get. There's one. Oh, he got off. Yep. There we go. Another one right by that stump.
You just got number 18 over there.
I was hoping they'd be a little bigger by these stumps, but not bad. Not bad. This pond is really just perfect for kind of bait size bluegill. Oh no. Nathan's gonna kill me. I hooked the stump. I hooked the stump. Nathan, oh, I got it.
Oh, sweet.
No worries.
You bend up the hook?
The hook snapped.
Oh, no.
Shoot!
The hook snapped.
The hook snapped. Oh no. Okay, just got a new jig tied back up. Kind of the same blackish jig, except it's got a little yellow and red on the back with a little silver trailer. Gonna fling it off the dock over here, see what happens. There we go. Another one.
21.
I just needed to put a little piece of worm on there. I stopped getting bit, and there it is. Got the worm. Still got it. There we go. Hooked up.
24. I'm hooked up with number 25. We doubled up.
There we go. That was number 25. We've caught 25 fish, guys. This is ridiculous.
That was crazy.
It's crazy how quick you can catch little bluegill. Just these little micro type rigs. This is nuts. Super simple, quick. Catch your catfish bait. You know, go set 25 different hooks on the river, or go to a pond that has bigger bluegill. And this one has big ones. I caught my PB gill in this pond. It was like 11 inches, but most of them in this pond are tiny, as you're seeing. There's one. Yeah. Another little guy. Look at that. That's beautiful. And he got my worm. Gotta go get another worm. Oh, yeah. Another one. Another one. 20, yeah.
Yeah, number 28. It's a good one.
Yeah, pretty good. Another one. There he is.
29. I'm hooked up with number 30.
Yep. Swallowed that thing. There it is. Got it. Thanks, buddy. We are just getting done out here at the cabin in the woods, guys. I hope you enjoyed that episode. I hope you learned something. Some tips for catching bluegill. Ice fishing, I use that double rig a lot. But out here in open water, we're just catching so many fish. We don't need the double rig. And they were wanting a little black jig tonight with a little silver sparkle trailer. We caught a bunch without worms, but you just put a tiny little piece of worm on there, catch even more fish. Nathan caught more than me just because I was using the wrong color at the beginning. We caught how many?
Got 38.
38. We caught 38 in 30 minutes. So that was pretty nuts, but pretty fun. Hope you guys try these simple tips out next time you're trying to catch some bluegill, whether you're trying to catch the big ones to eat or you're trying to catch them to fish for catfish or flathead with. Had a blast. I caught that giant hybrid bluegill right at the beginning, and there's not a ton of giant bluegill in here. I did catch my PB. It was 11 inches out of this pond, but caught a good one tonight. That was a stud, and a bunch of little ones to go with him, so had a good time. And night crawler is probably your best bet if you're just wanting to catch a ton of bluegill real quick or get a kid interested in fishing. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you learned something. Go out, go catch some fish, guys. We'll see you next time on Fishing with Nordbye.